only 3 days left to the big reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Here are some of the things you could expect from that console. Stay tuned. So without wasting any of you people's time, let us talk about backwards compatibility of this new console. So let us hop on to my browser here and let's see what Gaming Bible has to offer. So, with the release of the Nintendo Switch 2 on the horizon, it seems details regarding its launch titles have been accidentally confirmed ahead of schedule. In February this year, Nintendo finally revealed the Switch 2, and as the name of the console suggests, it will be a direct evolution of its predecessor with a larger screen, improved Joy-Cons, and extra USB-C ports and more. So, however, we do not know the system specifications other than it will deliver games with improved visuals and performance. That being said, we do know that the next Mario Kart is a possible launch title, and the system will play backwards compatible games. So guys, speaking of the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have backwards compatibility. And speaking of backwards compatibility, games are spotted by Stealth on Twitter. Yeah, Stealth. He's a kind of media or kind of news media on Twitter. He gives game posts and new insights of tech, mostly games actually. So via the game post, it seems that not only will previous generations of games be backwards compatible, but also some will be enhanced, just like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X/S. And also, we could be expecting virtual game cards. In the direct which went live on Thursday, Nintendo revealed to us that there will be virtual game cards which will enable us to be able to share our game license with family and friends for up to 14 days, guys. 14 days. So let's read the article. Let's continue reading the article. During the Nintendo Direct this week, the virtual game card system was announced. In a nutshell, Nintendo is making it much easier to play digital games on two systems, and you will even be able to borrow a game to friends for 2 weeks. It's like I said, we also got to see more of Metroid Prime 4. Guys, more on that in the video. I'm going to be talking more about the games very soon, so stay tuned. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. During the event, but a release date wasn't mentioned which has led some to believe it could be a Nintendo Switch 2 launch title. Exactly. It could be like a kind of base game, or a kind of launch game with a Nintendo Switch. Going back to the virtual game card, detailed in some fine print, the Nintendo Switch 2 will not only have exclusive games but also Switch 2 editions. Games which might suggest improved versions of select last-gen titles. At this time, we can only speculate how these enhanced games will be improved, but hopefully we'll learn more at the dedicated Switch 2 Nintendo Direct event on 2nd April 2025, along with a release date and price. So guys, the price of the Nintendo Switch, I might not cover it in this video because we are not yet sure about the real price, so we have to wait till the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which is coming up next week. As always, we'll keep you okay. That's all, guys. So, like I said before, virtual game cards are going to be able to make family to, you're going to be able to share your virtual game cards with family members and friends, but it's only one after the other. Like if you have one friend, you could share it with for up to 14 days, which is 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. So let's talk about the games that we could expect in this new console, from this new console. Like I read in the post, we should be expecting launch titles like Metroid Prime 4 and also Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart, new Mario Kart game. Let's see. Yeah, the new Mario Kart game. Yeah. So here's another post from 1GP guys. Nintendo Switch 2 revealed game. So we do not know the specs of the new of the new console, but we could, rumors suggest that the functionality of the C button, we do know the functionality of the C button actually, is it will enable us to be able to like share screens with with one friend or the other. For example, you have multiple Nintendo Switch consoles lying around. You might want to share screens, or if you have a family member that does not have the Switch 2, you could share screens with one another. Nintendo fans are counting down the days until next week's highly anticipated Nintendo Direct, set for Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. All eyes are on the next big console, the Nintendo Switch 2, and the excitement is only growing as we get closer to its official reveal. With rumors building for months, this direct is expected to finally answer questions about specs, features, games, and what makes this next gen hybrid different from the original Switch. So guys, this console is more like a kind of 50-50 chance of being one of the best releases this year, or it could flop. So it's either is the best or the second best. So analysts are saying that it either has a 50% chance of doing well or a 50% chance of doing bad. So back to the article. Back to the article. But as always, the internet has been one step ahead, with leaks giving us a sneak peek at what will be coming. We've heard whispers of an upgraded screen, new Mario Kart, and even titles like Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and also Call of Duty coming to the system. Guys, not only those games, but I read in another post that we could be expecting Starfield and some more games coming from other consoles, more ports coming to this new console. So, what is the Nintendo Switch 2's CT button? Guys, if you've been following me on this channel, I've released a video similar to this, where I talked about the functionality of the C button. It's a direct and straightforward video. Just click in the link in the description and you will see something like that in my post actually. So let's go back to the post, back to the article. Today, known insider and YouTuber X-Stars1S shared new details about the C button in a new video. According to him, the button has a real function that could totally change how local multiplayer works on the Switch 2. First off, the C button's existence is now officially confirmed. Yesterday, a screenshot from Nintendo's Nintendo Today app showed the C button clearly visible on the right Joy-Con controller, putting all the previous speculations to rest. But what exactly does it do? Okay, according to Xstars1S, the C button is designed to let Switch 2 connect with Switch 1, just like a second display, and not in a basic way. Imagine this: you're playing a co-op game on your brand new Switch 2. A friend comes over, but they don't have the game. No problem. They grab your old Switch 1, press the C button on the Joy-Cons, and suddenly their device becomes a second screen and a controller, letting them play with you without needing their own copy of the game. The C button will let the Switch 2 connect to a Switch 1, said Xstars1S. I don't know whether it'll use Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, infrared, or cloud. So guys, this is basically the end of the article. So like I said, the switch to C button is more like a kind of um, um, screen sharing button, which enables you to be able to share games so that your friends Nintendo Switch one screen. If you don't have like a kind of multiplayer game, or you have the new multiplayer game that has been released on the Nintendo Switch 2, and your friend doesn't have something like that, you might want to share the screen to your friend's console. So talking about the price of the Nintendo Switch 2, there's no clear insights yet about that, but immediately it leaks or immediately it is revealed, I promise I'll cover that on this channel. So guys, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like, and if you want to share to your friends. And also we're on Twitter, Techspert. Just click the link in the description and you're gonna see my my Twitter page. You can also search for us on Twitter. Bye guys.